Mitchell, thank you very much for your time today here at Lakeside. It's been some week so far. You've had your debut up on there, but we want to get to know you a little bit better. I mean, darts is such a huge part of your life now, but where did darts and your sort of journey with that all start?
We were on holiday when I was a bit younger, and my grandpa was a bit drunk, and he ripped a dartboard off a wall and put it in a chair for me. And really, it's just started from there. My uncle Graham was a great player, my grandpa was a great player, and then going down to the pub with my dad and stuff. And from then, I just kind of knew that obviously when you were younger, the dream was obviously to be a football player, but that's impossible. And then I realised that I was good at darts, and I thought I'm just going to put my 100% time into this, and then I became quite good at it as of lately.
How much football did you play?
I was playing quite a lot, but I wasn't that good. I was alright.
What position did you play?
I can't even remember. Centre half, I think. Centre back. Played centre back, and then I went for there, and then that's when I broke my wrist and I just stopped playing. That was that, really.
You broke your wrist, so that's it's a similar sort of story to Michael Smith, really. He was the reason why he got into it was he broke his wrist, so there was nothing he could do, and eventually picking up darts was about all he fancied doing.
Yeah, well, I broke my left wrist, so I couldn't really do anything either. So obviously I'm right-handed, so it was okay. It wasn't the worst of times. I remember I broke my wrist when I was actually tripped over my own 2 feet going to lunch at school. And my grandpa's came in the van, and he was raging. He was emotional. He didn't know what to say. He said it better not been the right one. Luckily it was the left one, and then he calmed down a bit when that happened. I actually ran into my Uncle Jamie's mum and dad's house, and they were trying to calm me down, but nothing could calm me down. And then we finally got to the hospital, and then I went down to Coventry about 2 hours later to play a darts tournament. So yeah, it was eventful.
What age were you when you first picked up those darts, when you were playing with your grandpa and your uncle?
2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3. My mum's actually got a video of it. Yeah, it was. Since then, I've thought I always had the same throwing action.
Yeah.
It's never changed. But yeah, it was great times.
And obviously, from that age, it was just recreational. You're having a bit of a chuck. But how quickly did that sort of turn into something that you were sort of obsessing over, playing more regularly, and thinking later on this could be something I'm pretty good at?
Well, for the start of lockdown, is when it really. I thought, right, this is good. And then I actually didn't really play for a whole year. And then we eventually moved house, and we put the dartboard back up. And that's when my mum bought us 2 sets of darts. And the darts that my darts are actually based on, I didn't even like them at first. I hated them. I despised them. I used the darts that came with the board because I just couldn't use them. And then I just picked them up one day, and that's when it just started hitting everything with them. And I thought, yeah, they'll do. Then went to my first tournament, and it spiralled from there.
What was it like not playing for a year?
It was alright because you were in lockdown. You were just sitting playing PlayStation with your friends. You didn't know what else to do. I was going to school because my mum was classed as a care worker, and I was just playing hide and seek in random schools that I've never been to in my life. So yeah, life was alright. And I'd go home and just play my PlayStation. I think the first year it was more so darts and PlayStation, and then my dad was coming home from work, and he was coming home at late times and just couldn't really be bothered, and I would only really play with my dad. But now I can practice myself, which is a big thing to have, because if you hear a lot of professionals say they just can't practice themselves, they need someone else to practice with, but I'm fine practicing myself, which I think I'm very fortunate for.
You actually enjoy that practice then, because I guess some people see it as work, and when it sort of transitions from being a bit of a hobby to something you're taking more seriously, you are spending hours and hours on a board.
Obviously it can get boring at times, but I know that's what I have to do if I want to be a professional dart player. I know I have to stick to my routine that I've got. It's got me to where I am, so what's the point in changing from it now? I just try and do it every day, and some days it can be a slug out, it can take longer than others, and then some days I'll get it done really quickly. It just all depends.
Do you remember your first 180?
No, I actually can't. I think it was during lockdown. Actually, no, I can't remember it. I was on 201 and I hit a 180, and I left myself 21, and my dad won the leg. He was on 300. I couldn't hit a big 1 or a big 5, and it was just terrible. And then my dad just started laughing at me, and I was like, go away, and I just didn't play him again.
A long lost memory now,
Yeah.
and you've hit too many now.
Yeah.
I mean, for yourself now, it has become something that's a lot more serious and potential of a really big career ahead of you. Do you remember the first thoughts where it sort of clicked that this could be your life now?
Killarney last year, when I won my first youth title, that's when I realised I really wanted to do this full time. And then it's just spiralled from there. I think when I started really becoming someone, Mitchell Lawrie was the Europe Cup. That's when I started playing really good stuff, and that's when I realised I've got it. But I just need to keep it up for the next few years, hopefully get my tour card in a few years and stuff like that. But for the meantime, this is my focus right now, hopefully winning a title at Lakeside.
It's crazy, you can't even play PDC Development Tour next year. You've got another year of WDF in front of you. I mean, how do you look at next year and what you want to achieve?
I want to do the same again, just get back at Lakeside. Retain my World Masters title in Budapest again, and the World Open one as well. Hopefully do better in the World Open men's. I got the quarters, I would like to try and push on a bit in there. But getting back here is the most important thing. Up on that stage, I loved it yesterday, and I just hopefully can do it for many more years.
So many players, whether they're youth players or whether they're senior players that haven't played on this stage, the thing they talk about is nerves of being up on this stage. You didn't show any yesterday. Is that something you just don't feel in these sort of occasions?
No, not really. I think you need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy it. These are the types of things you're going to play as a dart player. If you want to be a dart player, you need to get used to these type of moments on big stages with crowds. And I just said to myself, go out there, enjoy it. If you lose, it's not a big deal. If you win, obviously, it's not a big deal either. You're just here for more days. So I'm here for more days.
Only 15 years of age, but you are playing in the senior ranks pretty regularly now. Do you see yourself as a senior darts player now, or are you still, do you think, in that youth sort of phase?
I still put my youth first. Yeah. I've got the rest of my life to be an adult dart player, a senior dart player. I just try and focus on the youth more. I've always entered adult tournaments for practice as a youth. Once I hit like the last 16, last 32 stage, that's when I'll take it really seriously in the adults. But until then, I just use it as a free hit.
What was your first senior tournament that you won?
The Welsh Open.
Yeah.
My first memory I won in the Welsh Open was me lying on the couch at 9:30 registration. I was like, I can't be bothered, I want to get beat today and go home and just come back and play the youths. And Uncle Jamie said he's going to win this today, and I went up and won it, and I was shattered the whole day. And then I ended up staying up till 3 just because of the adrenaline. Just stayed up and then taxi home, and that was that.
That's amazing to hear. I've only known you a couple of days, but it's obvious you've got a huge amount of belief. At that point, you didn't believe that you could go on and win that tournament at the start, or?
No, not really. I always knew I could go on and do it. I just didn't want to do it. I just wanted to go to my bed. That was more to the point. I've always believed myself. I've always said that's the one thing I'll always do. If you're going to be a dart player, you need to go into every game thinking you're going to win it. I'd go into every game thinking I'm going to win. You have to, or you'll lose.
There's a lot of attention around you now, and there has been for a few months with you winning WDF titles at 14, now 15 years of age. Is that something you're enjoying? Because it can be quite a lot with everybody wanting to take a photo with you, everybody wanting to speak with you.
I don't mind it. It's alright. You go on Facebook and stuff and you see your name everywhere. You have a chuckle at yourself, you show your mum, you show your dad and that, but it's alright. You just need to take it in your stride, and just whatever comes with it will come with it, I guess.
You expecting it to build even more as you start winning more games and more tournaments?
It might do, it might not. It just depends. I'm really not that bothered. I just want to play darts.
Yeah. Obviously, you've got a huge amount of support with Target as well. They've got some of the world's best players in their ranks. How much have they helped you out during the time that you've been with them, just to deal with everything, I guess, that comes as part of being a pro darts player?
They've been absolutely great, to be honest. Their support's been really good. I honestly couldn't do it without them, with the travelling cost and stuff. And then if I had to buy my dart supplies, it would be even more. So yeah, they're just great. They're a great company to have on my t-shirt.
That travelling is so difficult, and there's so much of it. I mean, I unfortunately or fortunately have to do plenty of it with my job, but I can't imagine how much that you have to do around the world to get into these tournaments. But are you enjoying that element of it as well? Or?
Yeah, no. You know, when I'm on planes, I've got big legs now. I need the extra leg room. Just as well in winning tournaments, I can pay for extra leg room, but I need to wait till next year till I can buy an exit row. Raging. You need to be 16.
Really?
Yeah. But no, it's alright to be fair. I came straight from Gibraltar to here. I actually woke up at 8:30 yesterday and went, oof, I've got a long lie. I had a long lie for once. Honestly, me waking up at 8:30 is usually grumpy, but I woke up at 8:30 and said, long lie, I'll take that.
How often do you actually get to spend at home, because you are travelling so much with your darts?
I spent, well, I've not been home in 2 weeks, obviously. When I'm at home, but I just sit and play my PlayStation or practice, just usual. I just sit, play with my pals, and just try and enjoy it.
What do you play?
FIFA or Fortnite with Corey.
Any good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm better than Corey anyway, so that's all that matters.
So if it doesn't work out at darts, you've got a pro FIFA career to come, or?
No, I'm not that good. I'm not that good, honestly. But nah, I need to stop playing FIFA. It gets me raging, to be fair. Oh, see, when you lose at Div Rivals, there's nothing worse.
Just one more thing as well. With the media attention we were talking about, there comes those sort of comparisons with Luke Littler. That's inevitable that it's going to happen. What does that make you feel when you hear that, having watched what Luke's done over the last sort of 2 years or so?
I'll never be him. I'll always be Mitchell Lawrie at the end of the day. What he's done is unbelievable. He's made this sport what it is. It's so much attention to it now because of him. But I'll never be him. I'll always be me, and that's just how it's going to be. Through
Target, have you managed to speak to him much about how he sort of found his route, and maybe there's some little bits that you can pick up from him?
No, not really, to be fair. He's
busy.
Yeah, he's busy. It'd be pointless trying to interrupt him, but no, honestly, he's a great guy. I've met him before, played against him and stuff. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, to be fair.
Oh, brilliant. Well, really appreciate the time today. Mitchell, great getting to speak to you and know you, and best of luck for this week at Lakeside, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.